Hello everybody, welcome once again to one of our interviews. Today I'm joined by the lovely Julie Parkinson and Mike Parkinson, and they're going to share with us a little bit about what they've been up to over the last few months. So, Mike, what's the last 6 months been like for you? What's been the ups and the downs, so to speak?
Wow, well, what a year I think it's been for everybody. A huge number of things has happened for both of us, but me in particular. About 2 or 3 weeks before the shutdown, I came down with symptoms, so I left work, and 2 weeks later I retired as well. So I never went back. So I never had any formal exit from work, which was very strange. Then the whole of the place shut down, basically. Simultaneously with that, my dad decided to come down with severe Alzheimer's, to the point he didn't know where he was, who my mum was, who we were. And so we had to deal with that with all the authorities, the relevant authorities, working from home and all the complications that brought. So he was in a really bad state. And fortunately, we've managed to get him in a home in Blackpool, and he's quite happy there now. He thinks he's in a pub. So from his point of view, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah, the other things, yeah, a bit with the garden, of course. We used up all the old tins of paint, all the bits of rotten wood in the garden, and yeah, I've been getting into my painting and drawing, and of course, do you want me to talk about the spiritual thing? Sorry.
No, not at all. Yeah, just what it's been like for you, really.
Well, the thing for me that I've found is with the services not being there, I've ended up journaling with a spiritual journal, and I've found that really good. I've never really done that before. Julie's done it for a number of years. I've never done it, but I've started to do that. I include sketches in there. I write the scriptures down. I look at the commentary. And I've really been blessed. In fact, I feel like that he really has drawn me closer to God. Definitely.
Oh, that's brilliant. Yeah, really good.
Yeah.
Now, Julie, you work at the local high school here in Garstang. What's life like as a teacher at Garstang High at the moment?
Well, very challenging. Obviously, back in March, we were suddenly given our marching orders to basically do work from home and to support a number of children from home, which we did very effectively, I think. And suddenly the whole of the staff, I'm sure with most people who are involved with schools have been in the same position. You suddenly have to just get your head around technology, get around doing all the lessons online, which thankfully I didn't have to do. I was just very much in a pastoral role. And a lot of the kids really struggled to motivate themselves, to get themselves to continue with doing the lessons online. And that was where my job came in, because I was really assigned to those young people that generally would have difficulty accessing the curriculum. And then obviously we got back into September. I would say definitely was a good thing. Yeah, and I still think that the kids needed to go back. The staff needed to go back. But back in September, it was a very scary time. And I remember, I mean, we're on half term now, but I remember back in September, we were thinking, how on earth are we going to be able to keep up these draconian, horrendous rules of social distancing and masks and not being able to support the kids as we wanted to support them? How are we going to carry on with this for a week, never mind for a whole term, 2 terms, whatever? And, you know, we found new ways. We found new ways of doing it. And we did all right, and the teachers have done really well, and the kids have responded, and I think it's brought us all together. It really has. I think it's been great. There's been huge challenges, obviously, but yeah, we've done all right. We've done all right.
Yeah. So Mike and Julie, what's the takeaway that you have from this time? Obviously, there have been ups and downs. There have been challenges at home with family and with work and school. What's been the things that have kind of held you together, so to speak, the glue of this time that you guys have kind of held on to get you through this time?
Well, in practical terms, the fact that we had a decent sized garden, so that allowed us to play outside. I mean, that was a huge benefit for us.
We were going to sell the house. Our house was for sale for about a year, and because we've just enjoyed being in our home during that lockdown, it's kind of changed our minds. So we're staying put. We're not moving anymore. And obviously, with the situation with Mike's dad and his family all the way up in Polton, that's kind of changed our circumstance a bit. But yeah, I mean, we're quite happy to be here for a while, aren't we?
I mean, spiritually, we miss church. We definitely miss church. I miss communion, although we had it the other day. Community worship together, that's something I really miss.
Singing.
Yeah, it's hard to sing on your own. But there's a kind of I don't want to put this across the wrong way. I do feel that I've got a kind of spiritual independence in that I've been taken away from the church, and it's not as though my faith has kind of nosedived or anything like that. You know, it's real. I'm sure you can say the same thing, Julie. And but we are looking forward to services restarting again, whenever that may be.
Yeah, for sure.
And our life group, that's been our
life group, definitely life group.
Our constant throughout, and
that's been the big one, I think. Life group,
yeah. So we feel as if we've the people that matter to us. We've got very, very close with our life group, and the people that matter to us, we've been able to support, and they've been able to support us. That's been very much of a lifeline for us, really.
So, Julie, working in the high school during this time, are there key things that we can be praying for as a church? Are there things for the school that we can be praying for?
Yes, definitely. I feel as if at the moment that both staff and pupils were quite fragile mentally in our mental health, and we'd really appreciate your prayers for the resilience for us, for both staff and pupils, really. We're very stoic, we get on and we do it, and we because we have to, and the kids, they're great, they're great, but you can see things cracking, and I do feel that we all need to be surrounded by prayer, definitely. So please pray for our mental health for both the children and the staff at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we can definitely do that for sure. Well, Mike, Julie, thank you so much for taking the time out to share with us. Folks, you've heard it here firsthand from Mike and Julie. If you're not in a life group, get yourself in one, because it'll help you through these times. And also spiritual independence. It's a very important part of being a disciple, to be able to stand on your own 2 feet. But of course, always looking forward to that time we can be together. Mike, Julie, thank you so much. Hopefully we'll see you in person again soon.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.